Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation. You're tuned in to the Sarge and OQ Revue.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarge, when you first told me that we were going to have a female MC.
Got excited?
Coming out of... No, I actually didn't get excited.
Okay.
I was expecting...
So you weren't excited about this female?
No, I was... Well, you didn't tell me who it was.
Catching yourself.
You didn't tell me who it was, and I expected somebody to show up, do-rag, because female...
Well, that's how she came last time.
Never do-rag.
I expected, you didn't tell me who it was.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me who it was, but Sarge, we greeted her in the lobby, and something beautiful just walked out.
Yep. Let me tell you something. The lovely Chella H.
Chella H.
Chicago's owner. Well, last time she was just Chella.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you were Chella H because you were with a group. Remember that?
I did a group project. Yeah.
The group project. Well, that's when we first met during your group project. Right. And I just know everybody was just saying Chella. They weren't saying Chella H.
That's probably why it didn't click.
So when everybody was saying Chella H, I'm like, who the hell Chella's H? I know Chella, but the H thing has just been enhanced. How you doing?
I'm great. The H always been there actually, but Chella is my real name.
Chella. Okay.
And the Chella H is just more so the artist.
So you just added the Chella H?
No, it's been there forever.
Okay.
The H always been there. It's my last name actually is H.
Hawkins?
So it works. No.
What's your last name? My last
Hustler.
name is Hawkins.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
see,
cool.
she think I'm like. Now my last name is Hawkins. What's your real last name? You can't tell the world.
Hustle.
Hustle? Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's where the H comes from.
Yeah.
Chella Hustle.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So we got the new project out, No Filters.
Right.
No Filters.
No
Give me the
filter.
concept behind No Filters, because honestly speaking, in the music that I'm familiar with, there hasn't been a filter anyway. So what's the whole concept about? Because you're very outspoken. So what's the concept behind No Filters?
Well, pretty much No Filter is just me. As you can see, the cover is a real natural cover that I shot with my own phone. Just a real
water hydrant in the background.
Yeah, it's just real Chicago stuff. You know what I'm saying? The music is more detailed, more personal. It's just no filter, like from the real life stories that I'm telling to the real life shit that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it, No Filter.
I was reading
all
that
natural.
this is your first solo project in 3 years. First project you're putting out in 3 years.
Yeah, I would say about
Okay.
2 years and 11 months.
What was the delay? Besides doing the
You know
group
what?
thing?
I was dropping singles and shit like that, but it was like I just had a lot of other stuff going on. Not just like I fell back from music, but I was between working with different people and just making different decisions. And I just wanted the project to be to where I loved it. And I was liking the music, but for a minute I was caught up in trying to make music that I thought should be made, like radio type fun music and shit like that. But on No Filter, I just wanted to drop some shit rapping, like real rap, like I know how to do, which is the difference with a lot of girls. It's like you kind of like programmed to do what works, but with me, I just wanted to just be like, fuck what everybody else talking about. This is what I want to do, and that's what I did.
Do something that's more a reflection
right, and
of you.
I was starting my own company too. What I did was I went back and learned a little more about the business. That way, when I do get in a situation, I'd be more on point. So I started my own company, my own label, Mermaid Mafia. I signed me.
Mermaid Mafia?
Mermaid Mafia.
Yeah, Mermaid Mafia.
Okay.
Because I'm a mermaid. You know what a mermaid is?
No.
A mermaid is
What's a mermaid?
A mermaid is a beautiful survivor that can maneuver through anything and remain above the water.
Why do we have these nasty smiles on our faces? She said that shit.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying, Josh?
You just wanted a nasty answer. That's what it was.
I started looking down for the tail.
Down.
Yeah.
And the water. How wet it is.
My kind of mermaid,
Look at these guys.
we wear sneakers. We wear kicks.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's right.
got to
No
stay
real
above the
mermaid.
water. That's all.
877-604-4746. I want to get in more detail about the music because
Chella H.
it is more personal this time around. Chella H is with us. Let me tell you something. I'm going to play my favorite song.
Okay.
And the song that really made me want to do this interview. It's the song Options.
Oh, we
Right.
playing that here on Hip Hop
We're
Nation.
playing it
right?
on Hip Hop Nation.
True.
Yeah.
But we're not playing the version that's on the tape, and I want to talk about all that stuff too. But 877-604-4746. It's the Sergeant OQ Revue on Hip Hop.
Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation. You're tuned into the Sergeant OQ Revue.
Yeah, the mermaid's here.
Yeah, man. It's funny because we never have smiles on our faces when we're interviewing
I know
rappers
nasty
and whatnot.
smile. I know
You got a nasty smile.
You can tell
I'm
nasty
good.
smile. At.
We got the lovely Chella H hanging out with us straight from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And of course, you got the the new project, No Filter.
Yep.
And Sarge, you wanted to get more in depth into the music.
Yeah. Just to go serious a little bit, you're from Chicago, and you know how the general perceptions of Chicago are out there to the world. Honestly speaking, like, I guess the first thing that I should address is, doesn't it feel like the world has just said, fuck Chicago, and it's like, okay, whatever y'all going through out there, y'all going through out there, and we done tried to do the goddamn peace rallies, and y'all just want to kill up each other. But on the
what's
tape,
crazy? People are they're already saying, yo, it's gonna be a hot summer. Like, they're already predicting a bad summer for Chicago.
They already put a number. The 300 gonna die.
Yeah.
But on the tape, you're making a kind of plea to the males.
Right.
On the song. What's the name of the song? It's,
A
Little Boy.
Right.
Why do you still have hope for Chicago at this point? Seriously.
Because I know there is hope. I think in Chicago, by me being from Chicago, and the reason I made the song is because it's different from somebody like, y'all or somebody else who can't really relate. People don't really want to hear the nagging and preaching. Coming from somebody that's like me, that grew up like that they can, you got to break it down. So if you listen to the song, it's not like, it's not like preaching. You got full, you gonna serve time, little boy. You gonna get right. It's real shit. So yeah, it's hope. It's just that we don't have a lot of leaders there. We don't have a lot of things to do. That's another thing. Like, a lot of cities be having Boys and Girls Club and mental shit. Like, we don't have that shit there. Period. Like, at all.
Why?
I don't know why. I mean, we've been having the same mayor system for a while. If you look at the history of the mayors, I mean, we just got a lot of scandalous motherfuckers there. And we ain't got a lot of bosses. A lot of the bosses try to fit in and be friends with the youngers instead of, telling them the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of respect there. So that's the thing. And with the song, it's bigger than just a song. It's a plan behind it. So be on the lookout for that.
I'm just curious. It's kind of a dated topic, but Spike Lee, his movie Chirac. Did you see that movie?
Yeah, I tried to see it, but I fell asleep.
Okay,
that's not nice.
So did you
we saw that movie?
Did you feel like it was a situation where he was trying to capitalize off the misery of the people in Chicago?
You know what? I don't know what was in his head, so I don't like to say. Yeah,
there's a lot of criticism out there from people from Chicago, well, rappers from Chicago.
Right. So when he first made the movie, it was boring to me because when you see Chirac, you think of, it's finna be some Chicago shit. And when I watched it, it was just like, it ain't really had nothing to do with what was going on in Chicago. So, but to be honest, like, either way it go, you go get criticism just by using the name. So even if he would have came and pulled in like all the violence, then it would have been like, oh, you using the violence. Then he tried to, I honestly think, and this is just me and my perception, I think that his plan was probably to come in and do, talk about the violence and all that shit. And then maybe he just was like, man, I ain't finna fuck with this. Let me go and flip it and let me do some other shit that don't make no sense, absolutely. Because if you watch the movie, you say you watched it, it was just like, I don't see the reason.
Well, I saw the parallels. I'm a big fan of satire, and I don't think that his satire related to particularly the younger hip hop generation. It was just like Bamboozle. Bamboozle was a satire movie that a lot of people didn't understand.
It ain't had nothing to do with shit. The thing is, I saw a lot of Spike Lee movies. It should have been called something else because it didn't have nothing to do with Chirac.
It was about Chicago, and
how?
In the sense of, well, number one, it kind of showed y'all killing up a storm out there, which is kind of happening. It had the drill music in it.
Well, it did not. It did not have the way that is going on, the violence in Chicago. It had the concept from what I saw. I don't know what you saw, but the concept from what I saw was something about women holding back pussy in the club.
Well, that's what I saw.
Well,
it was like, that ain't got shit to do with Chicago.
Because then I know Chicago ain't holding back the pussy. Yeah. But here's the thing.
Right. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
But he was saying that
Can't do that.
He was saying, I guess he was saying exactly what you're talking about. Like, is it to the point where the only voices that these young men who are killing each other out in Chicago are going to listen to is women. It kind of relates to the little boy record that you're talking about. Because
There's parallels there.
evidently they ain't listening to the gang leaders. They ain't listening to big homies. They might well listen to the pussy.
Well, see, that's different. What I'm talking about to
But
them
you
ain't
get
got
the
nothing to
concept?
do. Nah, it's two totally different
She
concepts.
gonna fight you on this
It
one.
ain't got nothing to do
You
with
ain't trying to open your mind.
No, it's the
No.
truth. My mind is very open. This is what I'm saying. Him coming in talking about holding off the pussy to the boys is way different from a bitch like me
up in the mic.
that's from the low end that they know, telling them some real shit. Look, I got 30 niggas
But-
I know that's dead now. I got 50 that's locked up. Look, y'all.
But that's the
learn from their
satire,
mistakes.
Chella.
It's totally different from the Spike Lee.
No, I get. See, your movie is gonna be more direct.
It's more real. It's not real when you talking about, oh, we strippers and we holding off pussy.
You're missing it, Chella. I'm not gonna. We're gonna have two different perceptions. I don't even know Orlando's perception of the movie. Did you see the movie?
No, I didn't.
You fell asleep too.
Yeah.
I just think it was totally different.
I get you.
And I'm not knocking him. I just said it would have been. I think that if it was called something else aside from Chirac, like it would have been dope. And then too, another thing that I don't understand about Spike Lee is after the movie came out, it was like he kept saying, "Look, y'all don't understand. It's a lot of violence. We know it's a lot of violence.
No
we
shit.
not debating that.
Stop.
I'm just saying.
We know that.
Yeah, no
but
shit.
what
He's
the
trying to
fuck
highlight
we
it,
got the
Orlando.
movie- This is what I'm saying. First of all, he came in and like you said, there's a lot of drill music. Anybody that knows that when you come to a city and shoot film, you get certain tax credits and shit like that. So you have to implement certain people. So maybe
I
that's
saw
why
your
he's-
former band member in the movie.
It's a couple of people in
Katie,
the movies.
was it
You gotta-
no.
You
The
gotta
little-
Sasha
slide
Gohart?
in.
Sasha Gohart was in there.
Yeah, you gotta slide in some of that now. You have to, because you can't even get the tax credit without it, and that's a fact. And I'm not knocking. Yeah, this is truth. But that's nothing. I'm not knocking him. I just say it has nothing to do with Chicago or Chirac or what's going on.
He wasn't
And
feeling
that's
that.
the truth.
877-60 Hip Hop Nation, Sergeant OQ. We got Chella H hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Being confrontational, but very real.
I'm from Chicago. So
New
Chicago.
project, no filter.
No filter.
You know.
Yeah. She is what the project is. Let me just tell you something. Honestly, I was really proud of you with this project because we're familiar with the drill side of everything, but you were was this purposely and intentional that you're showing that you could rap? I mean, like you it wasn't like the you know, like it wasn't that drill style. Were you purposely just showing folks, you know what? Hey, I really rap. I really do this.
Yeah, that is part of the reason why I just went back to the blueprint. But the fact of the matter is, like, a lot of people who didn't listen to the abortion, these my first mixtapes.
I didn't get
My
that far
first
back.
one was menstrual pains. My second one was the abortion. You had the morning after pill, the realest bitch reloaded. A lot of people only know me from the songs that's like on the radio. But if you listen to the mixtapes, I'm always rapping.
Yeah.
But what I did this time was I put way more of that. So either way it go, they're gonna hear it because I am a rapper. Like,
Yeah.
I like to talk about what
But
I
you
got
get
in fun.
But here's the thing, because I find that your drill music in Chicago is similar to our bounce music in New Orleans. You know, there's a lot of chanting, you know, that type of thing. You ever been in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been to Super Bowl.
matter of fact, early Wayne and early Juvenile is more bounce music than it is you know, as Wayne progressed in his career. But you know one of my favorites off the mixtape is "Bitch What."
Right. Bitch
What? Nigga what? You know,
Right.
like you know, like your aggressive style. Like, where does that come from? This aggression? Is it you like the abused pit bull? That's cute, but it's been scratched up a little bit.
And I guess so. I mean, I guess I have been hit by a few cars. I mean, I've been stabbed. I've been shot. I've been through a lot.
Bullshit. You been
Been
shot?
I mean, you know, I got some stories, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the project, yeah, I got a lot of aggressive music, but I also have
You need a hug,
lot
bro.
of I'm not angry though. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm
Yo,
above
bitch,
the
what?
water.
Bitch, what does I know? Bitch, what is egg? Bitch, I was in the car doing that shit, just steering wheel. Bitch, why?
But it's not angry.
Nigga,
It's
what?
just swaggy, bitch. What? I
Okay.
fall up in that bitch like what? As
Looking
low
for
as
it.
hell. I'm fucked up. It's fun to me.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Can-
But then you got softer stuff.
Oh, I want to talk about
Understand
that though.
everything.
See, I'll talk about the softer stuff because that's the stuff that tripped me out because I'm thinking, you know, you all this hardcore gangster, and then some nigga that came and broke your heart. I was even like, yeah, he broke you down to the compound.
Happens to the best of them.
You know what? I can't say broke my heart. Well, the song that is, I got real.
What's the name of that song? I got to find
either
the name of that
Everything
song.
or Understand.
Everything. Oh, Alana, you got to hit
but
Everything.
That's not her. That's
you crying that song.
No, that's just telling a nigga I appreciate him. You my everything. Because a lot of times we as women we make these type of songs to where we just say it,
wrapped around her pinky finger.
Yeah,
that nigga got her. I like damn. But he must be he none the better. I'm like damn.
Yeah, because a lot of times a lot of women we make music where we just sad and hurt and angry, and I'm not sad. I'm happy. I'm happy already.
Give me some of the lyrics on Everything. It's gonna break down all this whole tough personas. Look,
but I'm not tough. I'm
Come
not.
On.
I mean,
give me some of the lyrics. Give me some of the lyrics.
Everything.
That's the music. Hold on.
I swear you my everything. You that nigga, I don't know. That's just like loving stuff. Just letting a nigga know, like,
we're gonna play this
song.
You
know, sometimes women need to play the back role, be submissive. Like sometimes women get to getting too strong. And it's just me letting a nigga know, like, look, you the boss. You know what I'm saying?
That gave me hope with you. I'm being ready. That gave me hope because I'm like, you know, I can't. No. I'm scared. I'm gonna have to sleep with my fucking gun. You know?
But why though? What songs make you feel like
bitch?
That?
What?
Bitch? What?
Nigga, but what? How? And on bitch, what? I'm talking about being in the club, having fun, smoking. I don't say nothing about shooting up.
Hold on.
But I guess it's the aggressive tone.
Yeah, it's the tone.
My voice is like
it's the tone. It's not and then you know, I'm gonna play everything and come back. But then, because the mixtapes took me to some changes because I don't know if I could trust you. Let's play some music and come back. I'm gonna tell you, Orlando.
Let me play everything right now.
Let me play some music and come back. 877-604 Chicago. Call us up. 877-604-4746. Better yet, hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, let's do the Twitter thing at Sergeant OQ. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff.
He don't know if he can trust me.
Can't trust you. I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
it's Hip Hop Nation. Wait. The music play.
It's Hip Hop Nation. Chella H hanging out with us on the Sergeant OQ review.
Fresh off the jet. So that private jet. She was fresh out of the magazine. She did a photo shoot in the Source.
Right.
Private jet.
Shout out to them.
You know, all that stuff.
Can I ask you, being an attractive woman in a male dominated I guess genre industry or whatever.
Right.
How do you because we just finished listening to what was it? Everything.
Everything.
How do you
heart just broken there?
Yeah. How do you keep the lines from being crossed? You know what I mean? Because I'm assuming since you stepped in the industry, people are trying to get in your pants.
Right.
How
I'm no different.
You know what? Right.
Joking.
No, you dead ass. Now, you know what the thing is? You got to know how to maneuver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know how far to go with these niggas. You go lose some. I know I done lost out on a lot of opportunities from bitter niggas who ain't getting no pussy, who just mad and just like, fuck that bitch.
Right.
And then I ran into probably 1 out of 10 that's confident, that really believes and understand the bigger picture. But you get a lot of that. So, I done took some losses on that end, and it is hard because you got. Sometimes I be wishing, not saying it like that, but I be wishing that I look like some of the other girls that's not as.
No, you don't.
Flattering.
No,
I do because sometimes they get their music.
You don't want to be hard on the eyes, Charlie. You don't want to be hard on the eyes. I'm telling you.
I'm just
you laughing. You laughing while you saying that.
She didn't believe
I'm
it.
serious. I'm serious, y'all.
I wish I could name names, but we can't. You don't want to look like her.
Sometimes when you look regular or look like not as cute,
nobody
then
cares.
Your music,
yeah.
right? But sometimes when you got a bitch like me, that's niggas like
looking at
they
your ass
like
and
she's smelling good, and
Well, you know what, Chella?
Like,
You're a victim of your own creativity because we saw the latest video. We saw the option video. Me and Orlando looked at it about 5 times, and you put it out there like that sometimes. Don't you think that because you put certain assets out there that no pun intended. That the focus is on the assets as opposed to the lyrics that you're saying?
Well, if you look at the options video, because I think me and you, we seeing 2 totally
goddamn
different.
right, we seeing
from
different.
2 angles. You got not trusting me. You got heartbroken out of everything. You got ain't got a bitch what? I don't know.
Well, everything gave me hope. I told you with everything that just shows that you can be broke down.
Song.
You could be broke down like penicillin. But then I can't trust you. Because of the options record.
Why? Because I got options?
Because you got options. L.A., New York, nigga. Don't smile. Is that nice to say?
I mean, I do, just in case you forget. That's just letting you know, like, don't get too excited because you see me acting like a bitch who's singing everything. Because guess what? It's reminding you, nigga, I got options.
Not to get complacent.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. But
why would you want to put that out there to someone that could possibly love you?
And I could love them too. And they never going to stop loving me because nobody that loves me for real stops. You understand
That's
what I'm
some
saying?
bullshit.
No, that's the truth.
Orlando, how would you like to date? How would you like to date a woman that said, you know what, hey, you're a nice guy. I love you. This is a nice house, but I got options.
Just to let you know.
I mean, it's just a reminder because sometimes a nigga could be able to provide or have this and that, and they forget, like, or they might feel themselves too much, and it's just letting them know. So you just throw that out there. I got options.
You just throw that out there, dude.
That nigga options.
At the table. I got the guy at the grocery store. He's options.
Options.
Yeah.
You know.
Choose right.
That's all.
Yeah. All right, let's play some music. You threw me off with that one. 877-604-4746.
That's what I do.
Okay, and guess what? I do the same thing.
I believe you.
Just like that song, Everything. I'll break them down. You be right on this left finger here. Right finger, I'm confused. Hip Hop Nation.
Hip Hop Nation, Sarge, special guest hanging out with us tonight.
Chella Hustle.
Chella Hustle.
Chella Hustle, a.k.a. Chella H. Listen to me. Honestly, the new project No Filter, we joke a lot, but the new project No Filter gives you a glimpse into her life, how she's living, her environment, etc., etc. You know, I guess, you know, honestly, I thought that the it was a great concept. You in that group situation, you know, what happened with that, and you know,
you're talking about women with attitude.
Women with attitude, I thought it was a great concept and everything. It did just fall apart, or it's too much. I know groups are hard to, you know. I'm talking about from New Edition to Guy. I'm not sure my age.
Jackson 5.
Fucking 112. You know,
right.
Is it just too hard to be in a group?
You know what? It wasn't really. See, the thing was, it wasn't necessarily a group. It was a group project. It was like Straight Outta Compton was coming out. I'm familiar with that generation and that music, and I just was like, damn. When I saw the movie, I was like excited. So I just instantly thought, I'm like, look, what if we flipped it? So I called up a few girls that I know. I think I hit up some that wasn't from the city. I think I hit up Trina, a couple of other girls, and everybody was like, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this shit with some Chicago girls.
So it was your idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought about it.
Yeah, you the ringleader walking around here, getting everybody all organized and everything.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make the best of the situation. It is hard because you got me being an artist, but then you got me kind of like being a project
coordinator.
manager.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like the bad guy, like, you know what I'm saying? When that wasn't the thing. And a lot of times, you know, people just didn't really see the bigger picture. So the project was cool. I mean, we had it together and we had some great songs, and you know, shout out to them. You know, things sometimes it just be a lot going on, and it's not easy, you know. So
is that indicative of Chicago in general as it pertains to the music scene? Is it tough to get everybody galvanized behind a movement like in Atlanta?
Yeah, it
Even
is.
though you guys have so many talented people in that environment.
Yeah, it is. And two, I think a lot of it comes from, Chicago, this is within the past few years, this is our first time really having a spotlight. So people don't be feeling like, okay, well, I can grab you up too. Let me shout you out. Let's show our bigger network. Motherfuckers, like, it's a conflict of interest for a lot of people because that's just how it's been with Chicago for so long. And that's just how people think. I think different because I'm cut from a different cloth, but a lot of people be feeling like that. It's just fucked up because that's why I really tried to do the project with, you know, some girls from where I was from because I'm like, damn, I want to be to them like how a lot of girls, I wanted them to be with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, you know, you just got a bunch of different personalities, and it was just like at the end of the day,
some people showing up late.
I got my own project to work on.
You got options.
Let me put all it exactly.
Options.
So let me put all that shit into No Filter. So that's what I did. I worked on No Filter. I love to rap real lyrical and storyish. Like you were saying, you wasn't really prepared for that. And that's what I did.
Well,
so now you got No Filter.
Well, let me just tell you something. Even though I see you as the hurt pit bull,
why hurt?
It's
you know,
okay,
it's
why
okay.
hurt? No,
you know,
that's
you.
you.
Wrap this interview
you
up like
Spike
this.
Lee got them
Me and Spike Lee.
misconceptions.
Me and Spike Lee want to give you a
got
hug.
A blurry vision.
You know, but let me just say something to you. I think that you're incredibly talented.
Thank you.
You're an incredibly talented artist, and on No Filter, you show a lot of diversity. I say this, you're gonna get a lot of voices. I think if you stay the course on what you do, it's gonna really, really pay off in the end. But can you stay the course and not listen to all of those voices and feel affected? Last thing, do you feel affected by the criticisms that may come from the city? You know what I'm saying? As you are moving around trying to promote the city, does it hurt? Does it cut even? Does the knife cut that much more deeper when you hear the criticisms coming from the city as opposed to just the hip hop environment? I remember that was happening from, former projects, particularly the one with the group. Is the city galvanized like that, or do you get a lot of criticism from the city?
From the city,
Chicago.
I think I secretly do. People behind they, closed doors and, in their own conversations. I really don't see it. Like, I get a lot of people that's saying this and that, but then I got a lot of people that's like, Chella, like, this project is the dopest shit. Like, I fucks with it. Like, we needed this. And it's a lot of people that feel like that, but behind closed doors, they tell me that. Like, a lot of bigger people might DM me like, man, this shit is hot, like, you did this and that, but they've been talking about me to their other friends, so they can't let everybody know how they really feel about it. But I try not to feed into that. I got a lot of positive people and just energy. I don't really try to focus on that. I got a lot of people that's bigger than Chicago. It's stepping out the box and just fucking with other people that's fucking with me. And just focusing on that and getting the fans to be aware that the project is out and getting to expanding it. It's not just about the people in Chicago or the people who criticize. It's like, fuck them.
Understood. Hey, man, we're going to let you have the last word.
Sarge and OQ on Hip Hop Nation. Chella H. It's Hip Hop Nation. Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation. You're tuned in to the Sarge and OQ review. And Sarge, when you first told me that we were gonna have a female MC,
got excited.
Coming out of no, I actually didn't get excited.
Okay,
I was expecting.
So you weren't excited about this female?
No, I was. Well, you didn't tell me who it was.
Catching yourself.
You didn't tell me who it was, and I expected somebody to show up, do-rag, because female.
Well, that's how she came last time.
Never do rag.
I expected. You didn't tell me who it was.
Yeah,
you didn't tell me who it was. But Sarge, we greeted her in the lobby, and something beautiful just walked out.
Yep. Let me tell you something. The lovely Chella H.
Chella H.
Chicago's owner. Well, last time she was just Chella. I don't know if you were Chella H because you were with a group. Remember that?
I did a group project. Yeah.
The group project. Well, that's when we first met during your group project. Right. And I just know everybody's just saying Chella. They want to say looking down for the tail.
Down.
Yeah.
And the water, how wet it is.
My kind of mermaid. We wear sneakers. We wear kicks. Gotta stay above the water. That's all.
877-604-4746. I want to get in more detail about the music because it is more personal this time around. Chella H is with us. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna play my favorite song.
Okay.
And the song that really made me want to do this interview. It's the song Options.
Oh, we're playing that here on Hip Hop Nation.
We're playing it on Hip Hop Nation.
True.
Yeah. But we're not playing the version that's on the tape, and I want to talk about all that stuff too. But 877-604-4746. It's a Sarge and OQ review on Hip Hop.
Sirius XM's Hip Hop Nation. You're tuned into the Sarge and OQ review.
Yeah, the mermaid's here.
Yeah, man. It's funny because we never have smiles on our faces when we're interviewing rappers.
Nasty smiles.
You got a nasty smile.
You can tell a nasty smile.
We got the lovely Chella H hanging out with us straight from Chicago.
That's right.
And of course, you got the new project. No Filter.
Yep.
And Sarge, you wanted to get more in depth into the music.
Yeah. Behind No Filters.
Well, pretty much No Filter is just me. As you can see, the cover is a real natural cover that I shot with my own phone. Just a real
water hydrant in the background.
Yeah, it's just real Chicago stuff. You know what I'm saying? The music is more detailed, more personal. It's just no filter, like from the real life stories that I'm telling to the real life shit that I'm talking about. So there you have it, No Filter.
I was reading that this is your first solo project in 3 years. First project you're putting out in 3 years.
Yeah, I would say about 2 years and 11 months.
What was the delay? Besides doing the,
You know
group
what?
thing.
I was dropping singles and shit like that, but it was like I just had a lot of other stuff going on. Not just like I fell back from music, but I was between working with different people and just making different decisions. And I just wanted the project to be to where I loved it.
And Chella H.
That's probably why it didn't click.
So when everybody was saying Chella H, I'm like who the hell Chella's H? I know Chella,
H.
but the H thing has just been enhanced. How you doing?
I'm great. The H always been there actually, but Chella is my real name,
Chella.
and the Chella H is just more so the artist.
So you just added the Chella H?
No, it's been there forever. The
Okay.
H always been there. It's my last name actually is H.
Hawkins?
So it works. No.
What's your last name? My last name is
Hustler.
Hawkins.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
See,
cool.
she think
That's
of like.
cool.
Now my last name is Hawkins. What's your
That's cool.
real last name? You can't tell the world.
Hustle.
Hustle. Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's where the H comes from.
Yeah.
Chella Hustle.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So we got the new project out. No filters.
Right.
No filters.
No
Give me the
filter.
concept behind no filters, because honestly speaking, in the music that I'm familiar with, there hasn't been a filter anyway. So like, what's the whole concept about? Because you're very outspoken. So what's the concept?
And I was liking the music, but for a minute I was caught up in trying to make music that I thought should be made, like
Right.
radio type fun music and shit like that. But on No Filter, I just wanted to drop some shit rapping, like real rap, like I know how to do, which is the difference with a lot of girls. It's like you kind of like programmed to do what works, but with me, I just wanted to just be like, fuck what everybody else talking about. This is what I want to do, and that's what I did.
Do something that's more a
Right,
reflection
and
of you.
I was starting my own company too. What I did was I went back and learned a little more about the business. That way, when I do get in a situation, I'd be more on point. So I started my own company, my own label, Mermaid Mafia. I signed me.
Mermaid Mafia?
Mermaid Mafia.
Yeah, Mermaid Mafia.
Okay.
Because I'm a mermaid. You know what a mermaid is?
No.
A mermaid is
What's a mermaid?
A mermaid is a beautiful survivor that can maneuver through anything and remain above the water.
Why
at
do we
all
have these
times.
nasty smiles on our faces? She said that shit.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying,
It's
Josh?
okay.
You just wanted a nasty answer. That's what it was.
It's the
I
truth.
saw